In IP phone customization, you are required to configure no service configured option when you press the directory button on side B phone 1. So disable the directory button on side B phone 1 in such that phone will return no service configured message when the button is pressed. However, you need to provision a standardized directory service layout for all other phones so that when they press the button, they should see missed call, placed call, received call, and corporate directory. What you may want to check with the proctor is to say, does this has to be in the same order as this is defined right here, because it makes a difference in terms of what solutions you may want to use. So first, let's assume that it is going to be in this same order that is being defined right here. So what we're going to do is first log into Call Manager and delete all existing services. So everything but corporate voicemail. Okay. Now, before deleting the services, what you may want to check out is how these type of settings, like for example the application. So what I have done, I've taken a snapshot of my all the services before. So I will just quickly show you that. So as you can see, for directory, I have taken a snapshot, but in your case you have to memorize it or copy that to a notepad. So this information will be required. The next thing you need to do is open up your phone release. You should have access to that support page. So you want to go to the section Unified Communication Manager documentation. Hopefully you have access to that. Under Configure, select Programming Guides, and what you're going to select is a Phone Service Application Development Guide, for example right here. And there where it says object quick reference. So these are, we're gonna have to copy one few of this template. So where it says Cisco phone menu, so we're gonna copy this into a notepad. And we're going to modify as follow. Missed call. Now the URL is what we have to remember. It says application : Cisco/missed call. Make sure it is typed properly. Application. What I usually do, just copy and paste this. Cisco missed calls. So you want to copy this, copy the second menu, and I'm going to verify that, make sure it was the correct one. Placed calls. sorry, receive calls, not place call. This should be receive calls, second one. Last one will be corporate directories, making sure that I have the right settings. Corporate directory, okay, so this should be the file that we're going to create. We're going to save this file into as a directory.xml, and we're going to upload this file to our contact center express. Sorry. So in the contact center express, you can go to under application document. So it is going to be available in the IPCC server. Upload new document. Select directory.xml and upload. Okay, so now you log into the server. Run the document. That's my directory.xml that was uploaded. I'll copy this, go to inetpub, which is your web folder, and paste the directory XML right there. Okay, so once the file has been copied to this particular www root folder, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the call manager on the enterprise parameter. Spelling is very important. Where it's a service provisioning, you can say both. So check internal, if internal and external. Internal doesn't exist, so the external will be the next option. In this directory URL, we'll copy this. I'm going to say 142. Name of that file, and save. Okay, so reset. Once this is reset, we have to go to that site B phone 1, the one that is supposed to say no service configured. On this phone, where it's on the main page, it says service provisioning. By default is default. Default means both. We're going to say no. This phone is going to look for only an internal, and because in internal we have deleted everything, therefore it will say no service configured. For all other phone is pointing to both default. That means the enterprise, which means of course the URL that we've created. Now it is a good idea to ensure that the permission is set properly on the server. So what you want to do is go to your C drive on your contact center on iNet pub, go to properties, go to security where it says the users, make sure everything is selected, full permission, and you can click on advanced. You can say replace all entries, say yes. Just to double check, go to properties, security, users, full. I mean, if you want, you can also change this to all. Okay, so once that part is done, open up your IIS server. So the IIS server, you're required to set the permission there as well. So to select the file directory.xml. So not that. File security. So you can select enable anonymous access. You can choose administrator. Stop the service and start the service. Okay, so let's see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to open the site B phone 1. And I'm going to open, maybe say this HQ phone 1. So on site B phone 1, if I were to click on the directory, as you can see, it says no service configured. If I click on this one, directory on HQ phone, I can see missed call, place call, spelling is error, receive calls, it's probably my typo. Let me check, make sure did not make a spelling error. No, it's just how my C is, lowercase c is showing up here. So receive calls, let me double check. No, their spelling is fine. Receive calls, place calls, corporate directory. So the solution has been successfully executed, and this should meet all the requirements.